Alright everyone, Vivian and I are getting ready to head out to do some ice fishing today, and we're going to take a look at the game plan. So our target species is going to be smallmouth bass through the ice, which we've never caught before. We may have the potential to catch a good smallmouth bass. I think I've found where they're at. We're also going to be targeting bigger crappie, or whatever other kind of panfish we have. We'll be using minnows mostly for the bigger crappie and the smallmouth, using 6-pound line. And then on 2-pound line, we're going to keep ourselves active, and we're going to fish a tungsten toad, soft plastic, and waxworm. We're going to be fishing the backwaters of the Skunk River. This will probably be the last time we can fish that because it needs to be really cold. Once the snow starts melting, even if it gets a little above freezing, that backwater could become unsafe and really sloppy. So we're going to fish maybe about 3 hours. We're going to leave about 3 o'clock. It's not too far away from where we live. Maybe fish until about 6 when it gets dark. Barometer is high, but it's falling, so hard to say. It just peaked out here in the middle of the day. It's only 2 degrees outside, very cold, sunny, but there's a ton of snow on top of the ice, so I doubt very much of that light is penetrating down into the water. So I don't think the sunniness is going to affect us as much as the barometer. But I think I know where the fish are, so we're going to go out there and see if we can get them to bite. Alright, we're out here now. We're getting ready to load up the sled, hike about half a mile through the forest, and then hopefully find some fish. So let's get the sled loaded up and get
Help me!
Vivian's stuck inside the car. Alright, we're going to start drilling some holes. See if we can find some fish out here. Some warmer water that they like. Okay, we got everything set up. We've been here about 40 minutes actually, because we drilled a bunch of holes. We looked for fish. We couldn't find any that had like a ton of fish in them. So each one had like 1 or 2 fish. Some had none. I picked a spot that had a couple of the fish, drilled 4 holes, and got the shack up because it's so cold out. So we're gonna go inside, see if we can attract something out of these holes.
I think that's something. Let me reel back on
Here,
there.
I'm gonna move this over. Well, I guess I don't need.
Yeah, I think it doesn't move like that. I think that's a fish.
I put my minnow on the bottom, but yours isn't.
Really?
That's your minnow. Lift your line up a little bit and find out. Yeah, that's your bait. Okay, both of them. Okay.
I left it in so a crappie could get it.
No, that's fine.
Teeth in the big wide world.
Put them inside your gloves, so when you put your gloves on, they'll be
No,
super hot.
I won't warm up with the fingers. On my feet.
You're putting one layer in.
I said on. I'm gonna put them in their boots. Oh yeah?
I'm gonna go try to find some place that's loaded with fish.
Then we're gonna move this?
Only if I find some.
We're gonna keep it up and eat it over there.
Maybe.
I don't wanna move.
I'm only moving if I find an awesome spot.
I'd rather stay warm than move.
It's funny how that works, huh? Alright. I might change my mind after I actually get out there.
Yeah, you will. Go, 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 quickly, quickly, quickly. Go, 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 go.
Hey Viv, found a spot that might have a couple fish, but let me fish it. Can I use your ugly stick rod with the finesse jig? Let me take that in my bucket, see if I can catch anything before we move.
Wait, we're moving?
Well, only if I catch something. Or if they react better.
Closer. I don't want to move.
Went out searching for fish and I found one. A little nice eater-sized bluegill, 7 inches or so.
No, I want to eat it.
Go catch it.
Rude.
I'll go drill some more holes. Start getting everything ready. You get your shoes and stuff on. Okay, we moved our hut to try to find some more aggressive fish. Hopefully we can catch some before it gets dark. Probably only have 45 minutes left. Got one?
Yep.
Fish on. Do we have the camera rolling? Yeah, we do. Oh, nice. Oh, crappie.
Oh, that's a good
It's a
crappie.
pretty good crappie.
Here, can you?
You're gonna have to do it, honey. I'm trying to get my thing on and I can barely see.
So apparently here it is. I'm gonna get a better camera angle. He's shiny. He or she. Don't know. Well, that's a nice fish. And I'm gonna try to attempt. I'm gonna attempt at letting him go, which is gonna go very well.
Oh my gosh, Vivian's catching fish left and right. I can't even string my line.
Oh.
Don't break it. Move the transducer out of the way.
Ah, I got off.
Stuck on the ice.
Oh! Ooh, Dad, look at him.
Nice, Viv.
Okay, so I got another one. And this time it's a little bluegill.
Oh, I might have my lure tied on now. Oh my gosh, that was...
My God, Dad got it. Now he can fish. But look at this beautiful little fish. In the light, you can see through its body, and it likes to wiggle.
tilted down.
Dad, I told you fish did it. The fish did it. The dance. It made all of these fish appear.
It wasn't me out drilling holes all over the place trying to find them.
No. It was me. When you did that, I made them appear. I could have done it at the first hole, but no. I didn't do it at the third hole. Food without being grossed. Normally, I'm a pro at taking these off. But today, I don't really want to get slime all over my hand because I'm starving and I want food. I always want food.
Up first.
I know I scared him on accident. Not me. That never happened. But that did. Oh. This is a big one.
Oh, we got
No!
it off. That was an 8-incher. I got one.
Is that the same one?
No.
Get it.
I am. Taking my time. Oh, not that much time. A bigger fish is coming up to eat it. Oh, no.
Get it.
It's coming.
Get it.
I only have 2-pound line, dude.
It's almost the same one.
Same
It looks like
size.
exactly the same one.
I don't think it was because I had it before he could even swim down. That's a nice fish. That's an 8-incher.
That's exactly what mine would have looked like.
Yeah. They were
Seriously.
This is a chunker. Holy
Yeah, they're
smokes.
chunky butts. Chunky buttholes.
Nice chunker bluegill.
That's what you call a big chungus.
He's not real long, but he's chunky.
It's a big chungus, but in a fish form. That's what big chungus would look like if it was a fish.
What's a big chungus?
Dad doesn't know what the internet is. Still.
That's fish. barely felt him. I think he's a little. Ooh, maybe not so little. Crappie.
Oh, that's a good crappie.
Yeah, that's not bad. Almost eater size. He's probably
about eater size.
Yeah, he's about 9.5. So if he calms down, I'll show the camera. Try not to get.
Can you get me some fillets, please?
Oh, doubled up.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Doubled up.
Oh.
Careful, careful. Watch the hole. Watch the hole.
Whoa!
Oh, doubled up. Holy smokes. Your bluegill is almost the size of my crappie.
This is a good bluegill. This is a good bluegill, actually. Here, let's show him. That's a very good bluegill.
We should measure him. I bet he's 8.
I want to eat him.
All right, I'm going to let that
Food.
crappie go.
Food.
Down he goes.
Food. You're going to die.
8. Right at 8.
Yeet. He really wanted to go down that sheet.
Fish on. No, he was on. Yep. Got him on the riser. Ooh, he's a feisty little one, I think.
Almost had one.
Come on.
Oh, I do have one.
Doubled up. Holy smokes. Gosh, this guy's putting a fight at the end. Oh my gosh. Is that you if I'm caught on, Vivian? Oh, nope. Nope. Feisty little bluegill. I could just tell he was little. Oh, you got cut off? Dang, now you're going to have to learn how to tie a knot.
That was my 50-inch crappie.
Our 2-pound line. All right, feisty little guy. You got to wax one onto the deal.
Give me my other 6-pound line. I'm upgrading. I don't want to tie another hook. Give me my minnow rod.
All right.
Like, hello, fishy. You want it? Yeah, you do.
Oh, fix. Okay. Take it easy. Take it easy. Oh, that's a good crappie. Another 9.5, maybe 10.
There, that drag is good.
Oh, take it off. I'm fishing.
Clearly, he does not have a fish on yet.
That's the problem.
Clearly, now he is not going to get a fish. Now, can we eat this one? This one's actually very good size.
Not quite. Give it one more year and he'll be giant.
Ow!
Get thinned. Thinned and slimed.
Yeah! Both at the same time. But still, look at this beauty. She is gorgeous and very big. I'm gonna say 9.5.
Yeah, I think so.
What's my best?
Ice fishing? Like, your last one was 10.
Okay. Yeet! Go down. Nope. Mine go, you get one.
I can't tell if he's big or little. Feels like a feisty little bluegill
Yeah,
again.
but then it's a huge crappie.
Feisty little bluegill again is my guess.
Oh, it's a bluegill.
Yep, feisty little bluegill.
It's not little though. It's actually decent size.
And they're pretty thick, so they're putting up a good fight.
Thick boys.
River fish, they fight harder.
River? But this ain't a river.
Well, it's connected to the river.
Dude.
Another nice little gill.
A blue. It's an orange gill. Yeah. Roll.
Oh!
Oh! This thing is huge.
That's a keeper size, but we're not keeping them today.
How big is it? Measure. This is a huge crappie.
I'm going to say it's 10 inches.
Let's see if it's bigger than 10. Right. Dairy Queen again, please. Okay, so I'm holding this left-handed, but this is a very good crappie. Here, I'm going to measure it over here.
Need a longer measurement.
A longer measurement.
Where's your tail out, buddy?
Dude. Dude. Dude is not cooperating. 9.5.
9.5.
That is a big crappie. Now go away.
So it's possible, like, ooh.
Baby.
No. Baby?
No. Oh, yeah.
It was a baby. Oh,
look at the little baby.
that is a tiny guy. Oh my gosh, the smallest one we got.
Here, I get the smallest fish of the day award. I'm like, baby, it's a baby. When did you hatch out of an egg? Probably like 2 years ago. Bite it and stay on.
Oh, that looks bigger.
Oh.
Maybe you're just reeling fast. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh, yes, monster crappie!
Okay, let me get my finger in his mouth. Ow! Oh, it splattered slime and water in my eye.
There's another one down here.
Okay, that is disgusting. Dad, can I call this PB?
I don't think it. What's your PB crappie?
10.
What? For all crappies?
Yeah.
You never got one bigger than 10 before? That's bigger than 10. That's probably...
Dairy Queen tonight!
It's probably 11. We'll measure it. Alright, here. I don't see him here. I'll pull up.
This thing is massive. This is my hand.
Let's see.
This is called the crappie god.
Right, hold on. Let me measure him.
This is not crappie. This is crappie.
I can't really see here.
11.
Hold on. 11 inches.
11. Dairy Queen.
Is that really your PB? No, you've caught bigger ones because we had a catch and cook with crappie.
Yeah, but you caught some, and I caught some littler
I'll have
ones.
to watch that video and see what your biggest one was.
No, we're getting Dairy Queen.
No, I think you've caught a 12-incher before.
No, I haven't. That's way too big.
Maybe the crappie
We would
bites
remember that.
coming on tonight.
We would remember that. I kind of want some
It
fillets.
was a couple
Do
years
you
ago.
want to be eaten? Flop.
Let me go. There's a big one down
Yes.
there. I'm going down to get it.
But here's a good look at it. 11
Why don't you go up and
inch crappie.
Go up behind the fish and show the camera so I can get a thumbnail.
There. You're going to see that and think, wait, why did I do this?
Okay, let him go. You have it out for a while.
Goodbye. Go down.
Can't go down. You put him in backwards.
There you go. He can flip himself around. No respect. Perfect. They didn't understand red. Yeah, there you go. I'm the worst commentator in the world. Especially when that happens. Dad got one. It's a little bluegill. There looks to fleeing water everywhere. That's so me, boy. Dude.
I still have to pack this. I could have left you out here fishing in the cold while I pack the tent down, but might need your help. Alright, get your boots on.
I can't. I have to. Here, let me warm my feet up. Okay, so that was the last fish of the day. So, I guess we'll end the video here. Goodbye, and maybe we'll see each other again when we get to the house. So, ooh.
Alright folks, Vivian turned the camera off, so we missed some of the footage of what happened here, but it was kind of serious. Basically what happened was after Viv turned the camera off, there was a hole that I had drilled. We had drilled 4 holes because we were going to use 2 rods for minnows. Well, when we got to the new spot, the bite was so hot on the panfish that we didn't end up using those, and one of them got slushed over. And after everything was pulled out of the tent except for Vivian and the heater, I think, she took a step backwards and her foot went down into that hole, and it actually got stuck in there. And I was outside at the time. By the time I got back in, the first thing I thought was, oh no, don't lift your foot out and have your boot go down to the bottom of the lake. So her foot was completely in the hole, up to the top of the boot basically, and stuck in there. So I dunked my hands in and wiggled and got her foot out, and I was like, her boot was still on. I was like, man, this is good. Her boot's still on. It really would have sucked if for boot came off, because outside, not only was it pitch black, but it was -2 degrees. And so if you've ever stuck your foot into like an ice bath or something, if you had a sprained ankle, you're an athlete or anything like that, I mean, it's pretty painful, you know, and basically that's what happened to her. So her foot hurts now. I mean, it has pain because all the water flooded into her, ice cold water flooded into her boot. And now we still have to walk about half a mile back to the car. And I don't even have everything torn down yet. So she's kind of in pain, crying at this point. So I got her out of the tent, of the shack, so I could take it down, and I put her foot right next to the heater outside. So she's standing outside. She's still kind of whining because her foot hurts. And, you know, it's getting a little kind of spooky and scary. We have to try to get out of here. We're the only people for a mile. There isn't anybody within a mile of us, or 2 miles. So I got the shack down, you know, as fast as I could, got the thing rolled up. These things are fast to set up, but they are slow to get stuffed back into the sack, and so into the bag that you have. And basically you carry them like a backpack. So our sled is so small, I couldn't just like fold it up, chuck it on there, and tow everything out. I really had to get it stuffed back into the bag, lug it back on myself, and Vivian was going to have to walk herself out of there while I pull all of our stuff on the sled. So I was doing that as fast as I could. You know, it was getting pretty stressful. And then the heater blew out, and that kind of freaked Vivian out a little bit more. And it took me maybe a couple more minutes. I mean, it seemed like forever, but it took me a couple more minutes to get everything, you know, packed up, ready to go. And so I got everything on the sled. We're rushing out of there, you know, in the snow, ice cold. We got to the edge of the lake, and Vivian's like, I can't walk anymore on it. And basically, it was so cold out, you know, her whole bottom of her leg was wet. It was just starting to freeze, you know, and it was like lugging along, you know, having your foot in an ice box, basically. So we got up out of the lake, and the little clip that you just saw, the little 4-second clip, was me. I thought the camera had been rolling the whole time. I didn't know Vivian turned it off. So that was me actually going to turn the camera off, and it turned on. And so you got just a little snippet of 4 seconds of what was probably like 10 minutes. You know, I don't know how long it was, but it was a long time. Seemed longer than that. So we're up, it's dark out. I have 2 lights, and Vivian can't walk anymore, basically. So I left all of our stuff there with one of the lights on the tripod, so hopefully I could find it in the dark and come back to get all of our stuff. And I carried Vivian piggyback basically the rest of the way to the car, which I think I said it might have been half a mile here, but when I went and checked it on Google Maps walking, and it was about a 1/4 mile. So it doesn't sound very far, but it's pitch black, and I'll show you the clip here when I come back to get our stuff. I did film just a minute, and you can see just how dark and cold it is. So it's pitch black. I'm going through trails on the snow in the woods, basically, and there's not just like one trail. There's branches and everything. Going as fast as I can. I'm carrying Vivian. She's 70 pounds on my back. So basically a 1/4 mile, that's like going around, you know, a track all the way around, carrying somebody on your back, you know, in the ice and snow and freezing temperatures. She did kind of calm down a little bit once I picked her up and started carrying her, so that was good. But as cold as it was, I mean, it was pretty serious. I mean, if something would have, if we had one other disaster happen on top of what happened, we could have been in a little bit of trouble. So I got her back to the car, I got it started, and then here's the clip for when I come back to get the stuff. Okay guys, we made it to the edge of the lake, and Viv's boot was freezing up real bad and she couldn't walk. So I just piggybacked her about half a mile through the snow to the car. So she's out of the car now with it on, heating up. I'm gonna lug the rest of this stuff back through the snow. Okay, so we ended up making it out safely. We did go to Dairy Queen. Vivian did catch her PB crappie, and I'm pretty sure that was a white crappie. So 11 inches is where she's at on both crappies for her PB. She seemed to cheer up after that. Once we were kind of safe and warmed up a little bit. But it was a little traumatic. You know, whenever you take your kids out, there's always a little bit of a danger. I knew we weren't going to be falling through the ice as thick as it was, but it's frigid, freezing temperatures, and we were having so much fun catching fish. I mean, the bite really got hot as it was getting dark. So when we left, it was really, really, really dark out. But we had a great time. I think the lesson, here, not having to do with kind of the troubles, we were prepared. I mean, we had 2 lights, and I actually knocked the batteries out of my headlamp, so it's a good thing I had a backup light as well. And I had fresh batteries in all those. I managed to find the batteries and get them back in. It was kind of a cluster, But I think the lesson here is, fishing-wise, we were at a spot for about an hour. There were fish there, but we couldn't get them to bite. So I went out, drilled just a bunch of holes, tested, caught a fish, said, hey, they're biting here. And then we moved, and it was just like bite on, So, and we didn't have to move too far. I mean, 50 yards, 75 yards probably was the difference, And I just drug the shack over there and moved everything. But it was very, very cold out, if you couldn't tell when you were watching. So that was the biggest kind of challenge. But the spot paid off, and this is the spot I scouted out 2 videos ago when I was out there in all the slop and the rain, and basically the same thing that happened to Vivian happened to me, where I stuck my foot down. I did to stick it in a hole, but the water was so slushy. But it was 35 degrees warmer when I did it than when Vivian did it, so it made a difference there. I could just keep on fishing. But so yeah, keep after it. We weren't able to get a smallmouth, but we did get one of those big crappies and a PB, and we ended up making it out alive. And then our next video, we have another ice fishing video coming out. We're taking Miles out next time. We're going to try to get him a crappie. He's never caught a crappie before, and we're going to try to get him his 3rd species for the Team Cramer Fishing Challenge. So stick with us. We catch everything, and we might be able to get even one more ice fishing video in. It's starting to warm up outside, and then it's going to be open water time. Thanks for watching. Later.